Hello, welcome to Watching Paint Dry. My name is Sean.
And I'm Missy.
No, I'm kidding. This is the Horror Vision Horror Podcast, and we're going to do a spoiler-free review reaction to Osgood Perkins' new film, Keeper. Missy, what do you think of Keeper?
I I hated this movie. And I mean, Oz Perkins can be hit or miss for me. I didn't like his early stuff, but I like Longlegs a lot, and I freaking love the monkey. And this was, I mean, I was bored out of my mind. I didn't like any of these people. Um, the the actress did great, but the leading lady, I spent the entire 99 minutes screaming in my head that I hate movies where people do dumb shit because they're trying to be polite
Well, like
and they
Heretic,
don't.
right? It's kind of like
Right,
Heretic, which I did like, but ultimately, like, it gets to this thing where it's like, Jesus Christ, just be rude.
right. I don't. I mean, and I know we discussed it during Heretic. I don't understand this trait because I don't have it,
You definitely don't have it,
but
and it's a good
the
thing.
this movie is infuriating and boring, and I hate those slow burn freaking movies that bore the hell out of you for 90 minutes and then the last 10 minutes have a payoff, but by the time we got there I didn't even care. I mean, and generally like I love film, and whenever I watch anything, even if it's something I don't like, I try to find something about it that I do like, and I got nothing. I wanted to see
Well,
The Running Man.
you liked her
That's about where I'm at.
performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very well made movie, and so it reminded. Okay, I think there are two Osgood Perkins. I think there's the Osgood Perkins that existed previous to Long Legs. And I looked up. Kept reminding me, even though I don't really remember the movie Gretel and Hansel that he did in, like, I don't know what year that was, 2019, 2020. I looked up my Letterbox review of that because I'm like, man, this really reminds me of that, and I didn't like that movie. And what I said about that movie in my review after seeing it in the theater was really well made, but it just leaves me cold. And so I think there's that Osgood Perkins and the one that made Long Legs and the Monkey. And I mean, he can do, like, I'm not saying fuck you, bro, make the movies I like. I'm happy he makes what he wants and he's got the clout to do it. I think that's great. So if he wants to make 10 more of these, fine. It'll break my heart a little bit, but um I just I felt like there was so much tension building that eventually the tension that was built up just started to dissipate. And, like you mentioned, the slow burns that pay off at the end. Like, House of the Devil is a great example to me of a movie that is a total slow burn. I know Ty West hates that term, especially in application to that movie. I don't care. I don't know what it's vernacular. It's the shortcut for me to explain to somebody listening what I mean. We all know what it means. That movie is a masterpiece, and it's super slow burn, but done exactly right. And then when you get to the point where she's drugged and then she wakes up with those three or five, heartbeat flashes, and then it's just like the foot gets jammed on the accelerator and we do not stop. And everything about that movie works. Innkeepers is slightly different, but it also is like the weirdest, driest tone for most of the movie, and then legitimately one of the most terrifying movies I've seen as an adult.
Both of those movies have well developed characters. And I mean, we don't really know anything about these people.
We don't. That's
Like,
a very good
they're
point.
both, I mean, Tatiana Maslany is a good actress. And, you can see she's still a good actress here, but they didn't give her anything. Her character, we don't know anything about any of these people. They're flat.
They, they,
The
they
other
are.
movies, The Innkeepers and House of the Devil, yeah, they're slower, but they're not boring because you
No.
care about the characters. I I didn't care about any of these people.
Well, and it just, nor did I, and it just kind of. I don't know, like her performance was great, but it just didn't. And some of the imagery was really cool, but it so reminded me of Gretel and Hansel because without remembering that movie, I feel like this is very similar. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure because just very similar feeling I get from it, where it just leaves me cold. I'm like, oh man, like A plus for the performance and for the location and the just the atmosphere, but atmosphere by itself just I don't it's not
You
enough.
need
And
more.
yeah, when this like culminated, I just didn't it just felt so weak sauce to me. And I also I feel like it reminded me of a much better movie, a movie that was on one of my lists, I think, which was Travis Stevens' 2022 A Wounded Fawn. Definite similarities. Definite,
Okay.
definite, definite. Not the same movie by any stretch. That movie works way better. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This just the my favorite thing about the viewing tonight was seeing the trailer for the new Damian McCarthy movie beforehand. That was my evening. So
When I was watching it, it reminded me a lot of, I mean, and again, they're different movies. It reminded me a lot of Fresh, which I also didn't like, but I like better than this.
yeah, I could see that too. And I think Fresh also actually that would have been before Wounded Fawn. Um, but it's similar, right? And we get into that horror of manners, right? Where I mean,
But you're talking about your life. I mean, it's one thing you don't want to hurt, the neighbor's feelings because they gave you a fruitcake for Christmas and you hate fruitcake. So you just say thank you and take it. But I mean, this is affecting your life. Like these people
yeah,
are going to die. You're making dumb decisions that put you in peril because you don't want to hurt some asshole's feelings.
yeah. I mean, I guess like the baggage there that makes sense is like she's got a year invested in this dude, and I think that's the point of the conversation at the beginning. None of this is spoilers. Um, with the friend on the phone, where the friend's like, "Oh, that's a record for you. You better hurry up and break up with him or whatever." So it's like she's proving it to her friend, she's proving it to herself. Like if this is going to be a commitment, I can stay. But like I knew nothing about what this movie was
Neither did
going
I.
in. And
I was
again,
blind
the
going in
trailer's
too.
better than the movie because it's another great neon trailer where it showed you all this stuff that made you really want to see the movie, but you had no context for what any of it is. So uh, I don't know. I I I can't. If you were a fan of Gretel and Hansel, go see it. If I people that saw the monkey, the monkey is just an anomaly in his catalog altogether, right? Um,
Monkey is my favorite thing he's done.
Long Legs would be my favorite, but I really like the monkey. And Long Legs, like when we did our review of that, the first
Mhm.
time I saw it, I fucking hated it. Um, but I went back like a day later because you really liked it, and also I was like, am I not giving it a fair shake? And there were things about it that I did like, and ultimately what I figured out about that was we had just seen Maxine like a week or two before,
Mhm.
and there's the thing with Maxine that disappointed me was who the bad guy turned out to be. And I was just like, really? And then Longlegs did a very similar thing, and I was like, again, what is with this? But then, after some distance from Maxine, and I've rewatched Maxine, and I'm a little bit, I still don't like that, but I like it. As a whole, I really like that movie. And Longlegs, I love. Like I've seen 4 or 5 times. I saw it 3 times in the theater, and by the third time, I was like, I love this movie. It's just, but it's got way more of a through line to it, right? Way more of a plot, and it's got possibly the most bizarre Nick Cage performance in
And
history.
well-developed characters.
Yes.
Whether we're talking about the Nick Cage character or the Micah Monroe character,
Yeah.
they're not flat.
Yeah. These people did. I mean, the dude was totally flat. Um,
He even spoke flat. Like there was no feeling, and like, I mean, maybe that was just who his character was, but he sounded bored.
Yeah, he did. You know who that is?
No, he looked
It's
familiar, but
it's so funny because this guy keeps popping up now. It's Kiefer Sutherland's brother.
really,
Yeah,
they
I
don't look
forget his
anything
name.
alike.
They do. If you look at them, they do, but it's not obvious.
Okay.
Um, but I knew, so Kirsten was watching some show, I don't know, on Hulu or something. I was like, who is that? And she's like, oh, it's Kiefer Sutherland's brother. I'm like, he looks familiar to me. He's in Possessor. He's Andrea Riseborough's
Oh,
husband in Possessor. So that's where I
okay.
know
So
him
that's why
from.
he looks familiar because
Yeah.
I like that movie too.
But I mean, Tatiana Maslany, Orphan Black is one of the most, I mean, she plays like 12 characters and they're all so radically different. I mean, so she is a great actor and I thought she did a fine job with this, but I just don't, I don't know. You can have a great
Well,
performance and put it in
a bad. I
a
mean,
movie like this, and it
sometimes
just
a
doesn't really mean anything because it's like, yeah, it's a
right.
great performance, but I mean, it's like yelling in a vacuum, right? Like in space,
Mm,
nobody can hear you scream. Scream all you want,
exactly.
act as
A
good as you
great
want.
performance. A great performance can't save a an empty movie.
Yeah, maybe not everybody will feel that.
Yeah, maybe
It,
not. I mean, it's I'm not the best with slow burns to begin with, and I mean, I think this also would probably qualify as folk horror, maybe, which I also don't tend to respond to.
I wouldn't call this folk horror. I mean, I could see why you would suggest that, and some people would probably say that it leans into it, but I don't know. This is, I don't
But
know. I
either
don't know.
way, I mean, even knowing that I'm not their target audience at all. I mean, maybe there's somebody it's for, but it's not me.
Yeah, not me either. So I mean, I know he's already got another movie. I actually stayed past the credits to see if like the last two movies there would be a trailer for his next
Oh,
movie, and
I
there was
didn't
not.
care. I just left.
Um, but he's definitely. I read something recently about what his next film is, and I do not remember off the top of my head. I'll still go see it. And just hope for the best. But I do
Right.
think that there's like two sides to the Oz Perkins coin, and I respect the hell out of the guy, but I just, man, this was, I don't know. I just didn't care.
Yeah. And the dude gave it's their 1 year anniversary, and the dude gave her a beige sweater. That alone should be be a fucking red flag.
It's funny as hell.
Somebody
Uh,
gives if my partner gave me a beige sweater as a freaking gift, I mean, I think that's grounds for breakup.
I could see that. Uh, Next movie.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh my God. Well,
Hmm.
okay. Next movie is called The Young People. It's in production, and unfortunately, you know who it stars? Because
Is it?
here they are.
Oh God, really?
But yeah, it looks like Nicole Kidman, Tatiana Maslany, Heather Graham, Nico Parker, Lola Tung, Johnny
Is it a
Knoxville.
is it a horror movie?
I have no idea. There's nothing about it. Just the.
Mm. I mean, he's been banging them out, and
I'm sure this will be
good
out
for
next
him.
year. Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, he had two movies this year. Love the Monkey. It'll probably make my list. This is probably the worst movie I've seen this year
I
for
can't
me.
say that about it. I mean, there's been plenty more that just I hated, but and I don't want to hate movies. I don't, but
I know, me neither. I just want
sometimes you
to
do.
immerse and take a ride, but I
I
couldn't
mean,
connect with this in any way.
but it's also cool because it's like he's doing trying things. I don't know, but yeah, I gotta say, if you're looking for a long legs. or if you're looking for the monkey, stay the fuck away from this movie. You will
Yeah.
not be happy. If you're looking for long legs, I would also say that because I just don't think it's going to give you what you want. If you dug Gretel and Hansel,
Or the
this is
Blackcoat's daughter.
well, Black
Yeah,
Coat's daughter. I just think it would be a great movie if he didn't fucking cheat. But he cheats. I mean, we've talked about this
I, ag-
a lot on here. But
I agree, but
if anybody's listening for the first time, he cheats. It's just it. You know, I
I
want to
agree
like
with
the
you.
movie. I've watched it 3 or 4 times. He cheats.
I hate that movie and I agree that he cheats, but and that's one of the reasons I hate it, but it's also incredibly slow. So if what you like from him is that stuff, because he also did there's a ghost story on Netflix called
Yeah, the girl in the
I
pretty
am
pictures or something like
or
that.
I am the pretty thing that lives in the house.
That's it. That's it.
I watched it many years ago when it hit Netflix before I knew who he was, and I thought it was boring as hell. I mean, if you like his slow stuff, this might be for you. If your favorite Osgood Perkins movie is The Monkey, like me, skip
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
it.
If you came in for yeah for the monkey or for long legs, just don't do it. And
Hmm.
I mean I don't want to talk people out of supporting movies, but I'm just
I
telling you,
agree.
there's just times when like I don't want somebody to come back and leave a comment like fuck you, you owe me 10.50 or whatever. You know, it's like
All right, and this is not a movie you need to see on the big screen. So if you're on the fence about it, you can. This is one you can wait for streaming.
agreed,
I
agreed.
Yeah, I wanted to see The Running Man.
Well,
That's
you
where
see
I'm
it
at.
tomorrow.
Yep, I'm just giving you shit, but
So okay, well that's keeper. I'm putting it back.
yeah, you can keep it.
This is the Horror Vision. I'm Sean.
And I'm Missy.
Hapless teenagers beset by demons in the woods. A strange new drug that turns art into murder. A can't beat a deal on a new house with a horrifying past. A video game that might usher in the apocalypse. From the demented mind of Sean C. Baker, author of A Collection of Desires, Shadow Play, and Murder Virus, comes Volume 4, collecting Baker's no sleep work along with several never-before published short stories. This 99-cent volume also includes the opening chapter of the author's forthcoming teenage giallo novel, Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, due out later this year.